I'm Nancy.
I'm Felicia.
And I'm Lisa.
And we are bringing information about awareness for child abuse to you and how to fix it and what you can do in your community to help people that need help.
And kind of just taking it from our own stories and kind of what we've gathered throughout our time.
Yes, and giving you hope that there is a brighter future for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I just wrote a little something that I wanted to share with you guys. What I would like to say to all of you is there is hope. Hope for a brighter future. Just keep your head up and focus on your higher power and let that be your light. Let it light your way from all the pain and help to create your amazing future. My name is Lisa Merriweather, and I was a victim of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual abuse, starting at the age of 5, 6 major traumas, and many emotional heartaches. There is hope on the other side. Please be strong. We will all get through this together. Please get support from friends and peers, even a support group. You're not alone. Reach out and help someone.
Absolutely. Would you like to say what happened in your childhood and when you hit your lowest point and where you are today?
Well, I've had quite a few lowest points, but I would say my first major child abuse was when I was 7. I was physically and abused. I was molested over and over. I don't know how many times. I was paid for it, and it took me just till I was 38. I'm 40 now. It took me till 38 to get over it, because it's very hard. So I suggest that anybody that goes through molestation or any kind of physical trauma, rape, definitely reach out to someone right away. Don't hide, and I did, and if you can, just please don't hide. And then at 16 I was raped, and then 21 I was raped again. I got pregnant, had to have an abortion.
What stage do you think you're at right now?
Oh, I'm free.
Okay.
Oh yes, I am free, but I didn't become free until I found my higher power, until I forgive. You have to forgive.
That's my biggest thing too, is somebody cannot control you as long as, somebody will control you as long as you allow them to control you, but once you cut off that, power, they can no longer control you. You have to forgive. If you cannot forgive, you cannot move forward. And a lot of people are like, oh, how can you forgive somebody that's done something so horrific to you? And it's not about forgiving them. Sometimes
it's for yourself.
You have to forgive for yourself. Not saying what you did isn't effed up or it's not wrong or you shouldn't be punished for it, but I'm forgiving the fact that this happened to me so that I can move forward in my life and become who I'm going to be as a person, because you no longer have control of me.
Because you live with shame and guilt.
Right, and you shouldn't. I would like to know what you're doing now in life as far as...
Well, right now I just opened my own salon. I just moved back from New York City, so I did a lot of things in New York City with hair and with fashion, and I just love my life now, and I'm just so thankful that there were people out there that wanted to help me, and I wanted to help myself. Obviously, that's the first step, helping yourself. But you have to reach out. Please, please, please reach out.
Absolutely.
Please.
If you don't speak up, then nobody knows what's going on.
And there are people that kind of are our mini saviors that do step up. And they sense things, and you have to be, it's the perfect time, you have to be receptive to that, because I know that, in my 20s, there were people out there that were doing that, but I wasn't receptive to it at that time. And as I got into my 30s, that's when things really started. It was like the perfect timing. That's when the healing really started to take place. But what would you say to, if you saw yourself within the world?
That's a good question.
I would now I'm a very loving person in general, so I nurture. So I don't know, I would probably hold her, because I do hold her a lot now, and let her know that she is the most beautiful, honest, loving person in the whole world, and that I will always protect her. And now I protect my inner child. But then, my parents didn't know, and I didn't have any protection. But now I have protection, because I have my higher power,
how it maybe negatively impacted your life, because I know that my abuse, like when I was in my 20s, I started drinking a lot, like because I thought like, oh well, I'm okay and I don't need to talk to anybody, and it was just like my way of coping. Like, what was your coping mechanism for?
My coping mechanism was drowning in love. I was a love addict. So the more I could give outside of myself and not give myself love, I'm selfless, and I gave all of me.
Right.
So that was my way of coping, is giving everyone everything, buying everyone everything. It was just like overly loving, like constantly doing that, which is not such a bad thing, but I forgot about myself, and then I lost myself, and then, I got into a spiral of self-hate or something.
Yeah, boundaries, taking care of yourself.
Yeah, it was
learning
the
to put
shame
yourself
and the
first.
fear and the this and the that. Living in fear is the hardest thing to do. And fear is in everyone. It's good to have some fear. You want to be fear of an alligator coming up. You want to be fearful of that. If you're not, you're crazy. But the fear of, someone gonna hurt you, or the fear of
Nobody should have to live with that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your story with us. We appreciate it. Hopefully, it'll help a lot of people.
I hope so. I want to help everyone.
Crossing
if I
my
can.
fingers. Me too. That's what we're doing this for, is to try to help as many people as we can, because it happens all the time, and people either aren't aware of it or they just don't care. Like, it's not their child, so they don't worry about it, But what if it is your child? What if they're at school and something happens? Like, then it's a different story when it hits home, and I think more people need to be aware of, their neighbor, their brother, their uncle, anybody could be somebody that's hurting a child. Like, just because somebody looks like a good person on the outside, or they're pretty, or they're handsome, or they're smart, or they're college educated, that doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't mean that they're a good person. Their job doesn't dictate. Look at how many people, go to church on Sundays, and little
They don't
kids
live
that
it.
get
They don't live
molested
it.
at church.
I know.
So. You have to live what you preach, and you have to watch out for each other. We all need each other. Like, nobody can change anything.
I just want children and young adults and adults to really reach out and tell someone. It's very important to find someone you trust that you can tell,